Little teaser of this, and so many of you already scooped it up. I had a feeling it'd be very popular. This is the Maria Stern Rose. And it is, first of all, gorgeous. I mean, that fiery orange color is so beautiful and unique. It has the most intoxicating fragrance. And these are known, speaking of like a firework of blooms, these are known for bearing sometimes up to 100 huge, colorful flowers in a year. I mean, you can't even buy a bouquet of gorgeous roses like this for $17.95. So I highly recommend you scoop this up. You might want to get a couple since you're just getting one of these. It will be a bare root, which we'll tell you all about, but even this bare root, it's not a little baby plant. This has been around for a couple years, so they're very easy to grow, easy to maintain, and the fragrance, Rochelle, just standing right next to it like this is, oh, beautiful.
Oh, they're insane. This is one of the most fragrant. We call them extremely fragrant. That's how we would classify this one. And it's a hybrid tea rose. They get about 40 petals, so it's a pretty full bloom for a rose. You know, there are fuller ones, but this has got a lot of petals. And these are really great for cut flowers. So if you are, you know, somebody who wants to bring those blooms in, this one is going to be one of those ones that's going to keep performing for you and just have bloom after bloom that you can add into whatever arrangements that you want to make from your garden. But this is how it's going to come, probably with a little less root down here. These actually need to be pruned. It's going to come bare root. And the advantage of bare root is that you're actually getting a plant that's already a few years old. And this is the best way to transplant them. This gets you a nice mature plant very quickly. And what you'll see is that this stems, they're nice and green. As soon as you put it in the ground and it warms up enough, it's going to start throwing out that greenery. It's just been pruned back, so you don't need to worry. You'll get a very full shrub this year. And then, of course, as it continues to mature in the spot that you put it, you're going to get more and more year in and year out. But these blooms are why you do that. I mean, they're like just the prettiest apricot, like very eye-catching, but not garish. They have a little tinge of yellow. They kind of age into this, you know, yellowy orange. They're stunning. I mean, and stunning whether you leave them in your garden or stunning whether you bring them in. And the thing I love the most about this, because I am all about my garden smelling good, is these roses. Yeah. There's nothing more frustrating to me than a rose that I go bury my face in and I can't smell anything. Yes. This is not one of those roses. Right. This is a very fragrant rose, very strong. This is a rose. It's been around for about 40 years. A lot of roses, you know, they don't stay on the market if they're not popular. So, you know, a rose that's been around for over 40 years, in fact, I think it's closer to 60 years when this one first was bred. You know that it's a winner because this has been around that long. Look at the petals. I mean, it's such a unique. It's so pretty. Look, the color. You know what it reminds me of? It's a sunset. It reminds me of right when the sun goes down and it's that fiery burst, right? There's orangey red and little hints, little outlines of yellow. And it's so nice to find a flower that is equally as beautiful as it is fragrant. And that's what we love about this. It's classic. If you love roses, but you want one that has that fiery orange, like a sunset, honestly, this will be the one for you. And I do like that these are a little bit more disease resistant. They've been called the subzero roses before because they're a little more tolerant of like frigid winters, the more, you know, extremes in weather. We're not saying, you know, put this through a crazy winter storm, but it's nice to have one that you already have a leg up right when you get it. Yeah, well, and just to kind of talk about that, I live up here near Boston. I'm zone 5-6. I'm going to be planting mine in a container because at a zone 5, you definitely want to give it a little bit of winter protection. You can do that by mounding leaves or wrapping it or something like that. Or you can put it in a container and then just drag it into your garage or basement or something. But if you're a zone 6 or above, you do not need to worry about doing anything to this. This thing is fully hardy. It will come back year in and year out without you doing anything special. Maybe just prune it once a year so that you get lots of nice fresh growth. But you're going to have this for a very long time. And I know, as you said before, this is a great gift. Yes. My mom, we used to give them to my mom when I was a kid, my sister and I, for Mother's Day. She's a big gardener. And I got to tell you, when I was like a freshman in high school, we moved about 3/4 of a mile down the road. And we had to move all of her roses. Aww. We spent 2 days digging up roses from one yard to the other. Yep. So, these are just such beloved plants that really, they'll last forever. They're a fantastic gift. And
They're
this one
just so
specifically because it just smells so good. I
you
mean,
guys, I
it's the
mean,
one you want to bring in
I know.
to,
I'm standing next to it, and it is just this wash of beautiful fragrance, and it's so calming. And for a lot of us, we tie memories to scent for most of us, right? And maybe
Mhm.
rose is one that your mother or your grandmother or your sister, your friend, your aunt, if it reminds you maybe your wedding day. I mean, it could be any of those. And in terms of a giftable, when you check out, you can put anyone's address you want. We can ship directly to them. Not only that, we'll ship it directly to them at the right time based on the zone that they live in. When you put the zip code in for them, we will know automatically. There's zero work you have to do. But I keep thinking about Mother's Day. I mean, our flex payment is under $6. So imagine as a Mother's Day gift or a birthday gift or, you know, an Easter gift for someone. And then every season, Rochelle, they think of you every time these bloom. And now they've
Mhm.
got a new memory tied to that scent. And it just, the beautiful look and the beautiful scent and the memories you can make are what make this a Grand Slam hit. And you cannot get even a
Absolutely.
baby bouquet of roses for this price, you know?
No, no, and definitely not in such a unique color and not ones that smell so great.
Oh,
And these really are great as cut flowers. There are some roses that, you know, they're a little bit different. These ones have these nice big flowers. They're like the classic rose with the long stem. So you get one bloom per stem, very easy to arrange with. Mix it up with, you can honestly, a lot of the stuff that we have in this hour, they go together. The roses, the butterfly mint. These are plants that actually want to grow together. They like the same kind of pollinators. They need the same pollinators. They grow well together and support each other.
great
So,
idea.
and they look really pretty together. So,
Yeah.
you know, if you kind of look at the butterfly mint, the orange and the purple along with this, we did that on purpose. I just want to say that we try to make it easy.
Well,
We
can
try to
you
make it easy and show you a bunch of things that work together.
yeah,
So
tell
you
me
don't have to.
about, for those of us who may not be either familiar with roses or we're not green thumbs, when I get this home, this is how it comes. What
Yeah.
should I do? What's going to give me the best bet for beautiful roses?
Yeah, so if you cannot plant it, I would say get it in the ground as soon as possible. Don't mess around, but it's going to come in a plastic bag. If you can't plant it right away, do not open that bag. That bag is giving you a little like humid environment that's going to
Okay.
hold it and make it, you know, be happy until you do get it in the ground. You don't want it to dry out. So, but once you get it in the ground, whether it's in a container, the only thing I would say is if you're planting, you want to make sure you get some dirt right up here in the crown. That's always a big thing. So when you dig your hole, make sure you spread those roots out and get good soil contact. And then other than that, water, sun, that's all you really need to worry about. And you're going to have beautiful roses
Oh, imagine the
all season.
gorgeous cuttings you're going to get too, to be able to bring those inside to brighten up a room. They're stunning. They really are. So we're very happy to be able to offer you leaf and petal designs. This is how you get that designer look outdoors without having to be an expert. And we've got Rochelle here, who is a gardening pro. This woman has designed for, Rochelle, I mean, you're an author. You've designed for hotels, private clients, people who have big budgets and giant yards. But what I love is you don't have to have all that to have a beautiful garden and to look like an expert. And that's what Leaf and Petal does for you. So get them while everything is free shipping in this hour. We've got 3 flex payments on this one. And again, it will ship out at the perfect moment based on where you live or where you're sending it. I can't think of a better gift idea than this. Okay, so we've got more to come this hour. We're going to talk about tomatoes and basil and more hibiscus and those beautiful butterfly bushes. But one thing I wanted to mention, if you just can't get enough HSN, we have a whole streaming service you can check out. It's free. It's the HSN QVC streaming service. There's original content. We have live shows, some of your favorite personalities, even new people there as well. And if you have Fire TV, Roku, LG, Xfinity, Apple TV, all of these services, you can download that streaming service app. It's just like you would download Netflix or Hulu or one of those. Get the HSN QVC streaming service and